The Nintendo Switch 2 may cost more than $450. Here's why. Let it. Welcome to Game Jeff. Really appreciate you guys being here today. The Nintendo Switch 2 is supposed to launch on June 5th, 2025. However, regarding the pre-orders of the Nintendo Switch 2, it is currently postponed or put on hold. So right now there will be no pre-orders regarding the Nintendo Switch 2 until this whole thing is figured out, because Nintendo right now is on the verge of deciding what the price will be, because during the tariffs, or because of the tariffs that Donald Trump has put on there on China or whatever, 50% tariffs now, the latest news regarding that, if they don't take down the retaliation from China, which was a counter tariff, which was like 34%. So, which means that Nintendo is now on a little pickle thing going on, where they don't know exactly if this is going to affect the price on the Nintendo Switch 2. But what could happen is that the price may go up because of that. We don't know exactly, okay? Those are some of the latest news regarding that. I don't know exactly if this is going to affect the pre-orders or not. Maybe if you already have made your pre-order, then maybe it won't make a change anymore since you already made it. But if you have not made your pre-order yet, I think as of this point, you cannot do this anyway, okay? However, also, the other news that I have regarding the Nintendo Switch 2, there was a lot of confusion going on regarding the price of the latest, or one of the first games coming out, Super Mario Kart World, supposedly being $90 on the actual drive, on the actual cartridge, and then the digital version will be $80. But there was a confusion going on. So actually it is $80 for the actual cartridge. I don't know who came up with the $90, and then I guess it spread from there, and they took the information from those people and then passed it on, and everybody said, oh, it's going to be $90, but it's actually $80 based on the latest trends, what I heard about it regarding the Super Mario Kart World, okay? But anyway, regarding the Nintendo Switch 2, there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of misunderstanding because Nintendo would simply not put out the price of the system, of the games whatsoever. We would have to actually go out there and we had to research. We had to find out exactly how much this thing costs. But because honestly, when the Nintendo Direct showcase took place, I was actually hoping for a price reveal, at least at the very end, how much is the system going to cost? And no one knew that because Nintendo didn't put it out there, because Nintendo was probably a little bit like, oh my gosh, if they know how much it's going to cost, people may, you know what, we're going to find out anyway, okay? We're going to find out anyway, and that's what we did throughout the research, looking on the website, looking on the internet, we found out exactly how much the system is going to cost, even though now it may be even more expensive once we know exactly what's going on with the whole tariff thing, of the tariffs. And we don't know. It may change. I personally hope that the price will not change, or will not change so drastically. Maybe go up like maybe $20, $30. But if it goes beyond $500 for the actual system, I'm talking about just the system without the game, then there will be a lot of retaliation going on. I think that people will stand up, and I literally encourage you guys, if this happens, to not buy the Nintendo Switch 2. I will definitely not buy the Nintendo Switch 2. If this thing costs more than $500 for this a simple system, I will not buy it. I mean, at this point, it's going to be more expensive than the PlayStation 5. I mean, come on, guys, all right? It doesn't make any sense at all. Please, guys, don't make us do this. Don't make us not buy the Nintendo Switch 2 because you are raising the price over the roof. Over the roof. We don't want that. All right? We don't want that. So those are the latest trends that are going on right now. Like I said before, there was a lot of confusion. there was a lot of misunderstanding. People didn't know exactly how much this costs and that costs, and all these little things that are happening, all these little micro things, and you got to pay for having a chat, be able to chat on the Nintendo. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for the actual tutorial of the Nintendo Switch 2. You have to pay for the actual membership of the membership, and it's like, what the heck is going on, Nintendo? Why are you so freaking greedy? Why are you so freaking greedy? So I just hope that Nintendo is going to be, resetting some of the things that they're planning on doing before the system comes out, because we don't want to have another Wii U situation where the whole thing just tanked because of freaking greed, all right? We don't want this to happen, okay? So with that said, guys, that was my view on that. Those are the latest updates that I know regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. And with that said, guys, if you like this video, if you find the information valuable, I would appreciate if you put a thumb up on there, okay? With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.